I never imagined that moving out to the countryside would bring me face to face with one of the most entitled people I'd ever met. I bought a small farm just outside of town, a quiet place where I could plant crops, enjoy peace by the fields, and finally retire from the noisy bustle of city life. My land was legally mine, clearly fenced, and I had worked tirelessly to cultivate it. But then came Karen, the self-proclaimed leader of the local HOA. Karen had a habit of driving recklessly. She claimed that since she lived nearby, she had the right to cut through my property with her car whenever she pleased. At first, I thought it was a misunderstanding. I calmly explained to her that this was private land and not a shortcut road. She smirked and told me, "The HOA rules allow us access to all community spaces." But my farm was not part of the HOA, it was outside their jurisdiction. Still, Karen ignored me. Soon, tire tracks appeared across my crops. She destroyed rows of corn and vegetables in broad daylight, laughing like she was untouchable. I reported it, but she always denied everything. Other neighbors whispered that she'd been pulling these stunts for years, intimidating anyone who dared oppose her. That's when I decided enough was enough. I couldn't risk more of my hard work being destroyed. So I came up with a plan, one that was perfectly legal, safe, and effective. I dug a mud pit near the path she always used, covering it naturally so it blended with the ground. The soil in that area was already damp, so it wasn't dangerous, it would simply trap anything heavy that tried to cross. Sure enough, one afternoon I heard the familiar roar of her SUV. Karen barreled through my fence like she owned the place. But this time, her car sank deep into the mud. The wheels spun helplessly, splattering dirt everywhere. She jumped out, furious, demanding I fix it immediately. I calmly walked over and said, "This is private property. You've been warned. Now you'll have to call a tow truck on your own." Neighbors gathered to watch as the tow truck pulled her vehicle out, covered in mud. Everyone could see she had no right to be there. Embarrassed and humiliated, Karen finally stopped trespassing on my farm. From that day forward, my crops grew in peace. The mud trap wasn't just about protecting my land, it was about standing up against entitlement, showing that respect goes both ways. Sometimes, the best justice is letting people fall into the very mess they create for themselves. *, for more interesting and heart-touching stories, hit the subscribe button now.